In this video, we're going to be taking a look at and testing out the CTECHi 500 watt portable power station. It has a 518 watt hour capacity, which is roughly 162,000 milliamp hours, which is plenty for small USB and AC powered devices, a lithium iron phosphate battery, and has a life expectancy of about 15 years or 3,500 charge and discharge cycles. The power station has plenty of power to charge and run your devices off grid, a nice variety of outputs for using multiple devices simultaneously, and if you're in the market for a mid-sized portable power station, this is definitely a great option to check out. On the front of the unit, there's a power button which you can use to turn the unit on and off, and after you push the button, the display will turn on and it will give some pretty good information, including the temperature, the output and input, battery life, and whether you've got your USB and AC outputs turned on. To the left of the display, there's a charging input, and it comes with an AC adapter and a car charger as well, and it supports dual charging and can fully charge in about 3.5 hours. Further to the left, there's a car output as well, and a button to turn this output on and off. On the right side, there's a handful of USB outputs, including 3 USB Type A's. There's also a USB-C output-input combo that's very fast and can be used to charge USB-powered devices, and you can also charge the power station this way as well. To the right, there's a button to turn on and off the USB outputs. On top, there's a light with a high mode, a low mode, a flash, and an SOS mode, and this is good for blackouts, camping, and other emergency situations. On the side of the power station, there's two 110 volt 500 watt AC outlets, and this is a pure sine wave AC inverter, and it's safe to use with your devices. And on top of the outputs, there's a button which you can use to turn on and off the AC. On top of the GT500, there's 2 wireless charging ports, and it's a really nice modern feature which you can use to charge compatible devices. Now I'm going to plug in a surge protector to the AC output and then turn on some different electronic devices to see how many can be used simultaneously. We're going to start off with a small lamp, and it's able to power on the device just fine, and the output is so low that it's not even displaying the watts. Next, I plugged in a laptop and we're still up and running, and now the display is showing an output of around 43 watts. Now there's a small mini fridge plugged in and everything's still running smoothly at around 94 watts. Next, I plugged in a fan and turned it up to its low speed, and we're up to about 174 watts. I'm going to crank it up to high speed, and now we're around 207 watts. Next, I plugged in a heater, and this proved to be too much for the power station to handle, and it shut down, so I unplugged it and turned everything else back on, and the unit began working again. Then I plugged in another small box fan, and we're back up and running at around 260 watts on full power. Overall, I think this is a great option to consider if you're looking for a mid-sized portable power station. This is the second CTECHi power station that I've tested, and the build quality and the batteries they use in their products are excellent, and I feel very confident that their products will continue to run for much longer than many of their competitors. The GT500 has got a lot of different outputs, quick charging for your gadgets and smartphones, and a nice display which gives you real-time data about your device. Let me know what you think of the GT500 in the comments, and if you want to pick one up and help support the channel, you can find the link in the description below. And if you want to check out some other power stations that I've reviewed, you can find a link to a playlist down there as well.